Italian superbikes don't get much finer than this, the latest edition of the Ducati Panigale V4 S. Because Ducati has been dominating MotoGP and to a certain extent WSBK as well. And all of its motorsport learnings it has used to make its motorcycle sharper and more refined than ever before. So here's a brief track experience of the exquisite Italian super machine. A few more horsepower and a little less weight has heightened the spiciness levels on offer from the Ducati Desmosedici Stradale V4 engine. And what you got to ride here is the one with the race kit on, which gets this lovely new full system Akrapovič exhaust, which also adds a bit more power and reduces weight further. So together, it all comes in a package that is explosive in performance like never before. And yet, for liter class noobs like myself to get a crack on, it doesn't feel that intimidating. In fact, it feels a lot more welcoming, a lot more accessible than the first gen Panigale V4 did. And over time, Ducati has refined the process, and this is definitely the finest version yet. So, we were riding it at the Madras International Circuit, or MMRT if you fondly remember it, where the track is a little small to unleash full hell fury of this motorcycle. And yet I respect it because it managed to keep me safe with all of the electronic aids on hand. So the electronics package has taken a seismic step up, and I respect Ducati for offering that. Now prior to this, I've ridden the Panigale V4 twice in my life. The absolute very first gen, which was made for a MotoGP rider. And then the subsequent updated version, which was, say, a little less demanding but still quite aggressive. But this one, this happens to be the most accessible and, should I say, the comfiest Panigale V4 yet, because the seat is quite spacious, both in terms of length as well as width. The tank ergonomics have been redesigned so that you can straddle the bike much nicely. And more so, the new aero package allows you to get into a tuck in a much nicer manner. So overall, even though this is a little less demanding, it still has that Panigale-ness about it. And even though we were riding in this blistering Chennai heat, it didn't feel quite as torturous. The only thing that is aching for me is my neck muscles, but that is down to my poor fitness levels rather than the bike's demanding characteristics themselves. Now, over the past few years, a few of the Ducati motorcycles have sort of been ditching the traditional quintessential Ducati elements, and it's the same for the Panigale V4, the new version. So, as blasphemous as it is, the flagship Panigale is now coming with a double-sided swingarm. Yes, I know, taking that fact, soak it in, but this double-sided swingarm pays its dividends, especially when you are flicking the bike from one side to the other. So, in a sense, the wheels are now a lot lighter, which helps in quicker and faster turn-ins. But this double-sided swingarm is stiffer, and that adds to the stability factor on offer. So when you're flicking it from one side to the other, there are no such heart-in-mouth dramatic movements, and the bike doesn't get unsettled in a rather dramatic fashion, even when you're coming out of, say, some of the bumpy corners here at the Madras International Circuit. And just look at the motorcycle. Doesn't it look a lot more evocative, a lot more sexy than before? Yes, I do miss the triangular headlights of earlier, but overall, the overall form factor looks a lot classy. In fact, it goes back to the times when Tamburini designed the original 916, where he compared the form factor from top to an Italian buxom lady. And safe to say, Ducati has sort of carried forward that design philosophy here as well. And the bike looks just like an Italian exotic should. The only, say, sort of mismatch here are these anti-Salvador Dali style front winglets, which don't quite lend to the classy look of the motorcycle, but hey, they do help in providing that extra bit of downforce and keeping the front wheel hugging to the tarmac when you are chasing high triple-digit speeds. So, safe to say that from the saddle, there is nothing quite of an eyesore, but yes, when you step away, those winglets could have been avoided. But hey, who cares? As long as you're doing 300 kilometers per hour down the back straight of the BIC. I thoroughly relished my time astride the new Ducati Panigale V4. It's become a whole new beast as such, which is not only meant for the legends of the track. It's become a whole lot more welcoming, a whole lot more safer, and a whole lot more explosive. And if you are someone who's looking at a track motorcycle north of 25 lakh rupees, then this should definitely be your number one pick. So this is perhaps the best Lita class motorcycle that I have ever ridden, and I'm sure that if you get your hands on one, you will share the same sentiment. So what do you think about this Italian superbike? Do let us know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and share this video, subscribe to our channel, hit the bell notification icon, and I shall be doing some more laps on this bike. So bye bye. Thank you so much for watching.